Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot Your Love Story for January 2020. And this is for you from Libra. First, let me show you my email address in case you want a 90-minute session, which will cost you USD $50 to know your next 8 or 9 years. And I will also, in that session, teach you how to reach that supernatural energy that you have. We'll talk about that later. Now, the first card that I'm going to pull will have to do with your first 15 days of January. And the first card that I'm going to pull from my Kabbalistic cards, first 15 days of January. And I'm going to tackle a new romance. Should you find a new romance? You coming from Libra. Now, this is a card of deception. And so, if you are over daring in wanting to venture into a new romance in the first 15 days of January, then you could be deceived in one way or another. So take your time. Don't rush into this opportunity for a romance. Let the first 15 days of January settle it for you. And after that, you must be finding it safer. Now, what about an ongoing romance, just in case you already have a romance? Oops. In case you already have a romance. So what do we do? Now, let the card show us what to do. This is a card called the devil. It's got nothing to do with the devil. It just means that for some reason you are being made use of and someone is having some kind of control over circumstances. So you could be on a losing end with your ongoing romance. You are just being milked for something or another, and that's not good. So find out how weak this ongoing romance is. Find out how weak this ongoing romance is getting. Find out if there's any promise left in it. It's not a bad card in the sense that it's going to go bad, but it's a card that makes you unhappy because you're being made use of. That's the whole idea. Now, what about marriage? Let's see what the card says. This is for the first 15 days of January. Let's see what the card says for you. It's a card that says, well, firstly, two things are there. It's a card that says no freedom is seen. So in your marriage, you feel that no freedom is seen, or is it that you don't have a say, or is it that for some reason you feel that you are just not very happy with what's happening? It's not a totally unhappy card. In fact, the stability of this card is fine. I like those blue circles around it. These are called the circles of security for you. So there is security there. But for some reason, there is also opposition, or is it that your marriage partner shows the temper, becomes aggressive? So there's an unhappiness about that. Well, for the first 15 days, I would rather that you don't confront your marriage partner, but just relax. Only for these 15 days, find solutions which are nice and soft. You will be able to find them and you'll be able to improve things. First 15 days, don't want to confront. Now, what about, let's go to your last 16 days and last 16 days of January. And I'm going to talk to you about your new romance, should you find a new romance. And let's see what happens with this card. You coming from Libra. All right, this is a very interesting card. You are going to meet somebody very unexpectedly with this card to form a new romance. And that new romance, which comes unexpectedly, can be a good one. You'll be very much delighted. And you'll be a person that is going to be rewarded with this contact of a new romance. So look forward for it. Look forward to it. What about an ongoing romance for you? You coming from Libra. Ongoing romance in the last 16 days of January. Well, you coming from Libra. For you, I like to see the black moon. And so the security is there in the last 16 days of the ongoing romance. And with that security, you can think long term. Now, what you need not do is want to take control. Share the control. in your marriage area. Be flexible, take the soft approach, and this card will somehow reward you in the last 16 days. So all you need to do is to take an effort in the marriage area to be more compromising and to be more friendly. Now, what about marriage areas in the last 16 days? Let's see how that's going to pan out for you. Marriage areas. It's going to do very well, very well. So many opportunities here to make the marriage happy. The financial areas, the holiday areas, anything to make you happy is all here. So plan something wonderful to give that spark back into your marriage, to bring that excitement back. And you will see the last 16 days, the bonding in your marriage area going to be wonderful. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky ages for you coming from Libra. And let me give you, there'll be some lucky ages people which I'm going to mention who will be so lucky in the area of romance and marriage. And who are these people from Libra? Let's see. Well, from this card, there are many signs on this card here and there. So from this card, I'm going to say that if you happen to be the ages of 23, you're from Libra, 23 or 32 or 41 or 50 or 59 or 68 or 77 or even 86. If you're of these ages, you're going to be one very lucky person in the area of romance and marriage. You're going to make that contact, or you're going to fulfill and enjoy all the possibilities of happiness as well. And what if you are not of these ages? Well, you need to see me for a 90-minute session, which will cost you USD $50. And during the 90-minute session, I'll show you how to reach that supernatural energy within you so you can become a very special person. Talk about that a bit more. Now I'm going to talk to you about caution. Caution. Who should you be careful about? And I'm going to go about it by mentioning the ages. So for the whole month of January, be careful of people of these ages. And let's see what the card says. Well, it's this card again that I pull. This card is a very mystical card. And you will have to be careful of a mystery which will be against you and trouble you. And that would represent the ages of 25, 34, 43, 52, 61, 70, 79, or 88. Now, if your new romance is of these ages, be careful. If your ongoing romance is of these ages, be careful. And if your marriage partner is of these ages, be careful. Be careful in the month of January, because these ages, whoever they are, will somehow have trouble with you. This is the mechanics of and the system here. So just keep in mind, be cautious. That's why I'm talking to you about caution. And now colors. Well, colors are very important. Colors are the basis of solutions in this system. And every color represents the energy of a different planet. So what color would make you very lucky in the month of January? And let's see what here. Well, from all these signs here, even on the feet, everywhere, this the Kabbalistic signs, the Kabbalistic card, they have this. And I'm going to, who am I talking about? Libra. From this card, I'm going to choose the color white and silver colors because of the signs of the planets. So wear plenty of white and silver colors, like cloth with silver linings and things like that, or hold the metal silver. And you will become very lucky in the month of January. The color white represents many planets, represents represents Mercury, and it also represents shades of Uranus. So when you wear this color white waist upwards, you're going to attract wonderful energy from some of your best planets. And silver, you can hold it or touch it, or you can have cloth with silver linings. That would be good. And now I'm going to talk to you about attachment, who you can be attached to. That means finding an attachment, finding a partner. And you coming from Libra. Let's see who this person might be. Okay. Well, there are many lovely signs on this card. And I'm going to say somebody from Gemini, somebody from Gemini is going to be a very helpful person to you. And that new romance, if it happens to be with a Gemini, grab it. And if your ongoing partner is from Gemini, things are going to improve a lot. And if your marriage partner is from Gemini, it's going to be a great thing. The bonding is going to be beautiful. It could be just pure friendship that you meet somebody from Gemini. So value somebody from Gemini who is going to meet you and help you in any area of romance and marriage. Now about direction energy. Well, around the compass, 9 planets have been placed. So when we face north or south or east or west, we face planets, good planets or bad planets. So let's see what the card says about your direction energy for the month of January, for inspiration in romance and marriage. And from this card, I'm going to say that face northeast would be good because the basis of this card is the sign of Mercury right here. You see this, there are signs all over the place. You have to look for them. And so northeast would be a sign to face, to get inspiration. When you're calling that person you want to romance with, face northeast. When you're going to discuss whatever you want with your lover, your romance partner, face northeast. And if you're talking to your marriage partner, face northeast. It'll give you that wonderful sense of communication and give you inspiration as well. Now we're going to talk about what we're going to talk about. Well, we're going to talk about a 90-minute session. That's what. And it's a 90-minute session that I give that costs you USD $50. First thing I will do is to teach you how to reach that supernatural energy that you have. We all have it. People who become famous and lucky and grow to conquer the world in some way or another and find the happiness that they want and enjoy their life to the hilt. Well, these people, the soul, is it the guide? Is it that force of energy in us? I will teach you how to connect to it. And I will also show you how to formulate your lucky lottery numbers. Step by step, I will teach you that. And I will also give you your lucky days and your lucky colors and lucky gemstones and your lucky directions, a lot of energy, so that your next 8 or 9 years, yes, 8 or 9 years, age by age, calendar year by calendar year, I'll talk to you in detail. And I will show you whether it's going up, whether it's going down, whenever it is, at least you will know. And you will be able to then rectify the problem before it even happens. That's what astrology is all about. And with all that information, you're going to come up tops in the next 8 or 9 years. So send me that email. Here it is again. Send me that email and I'll respond to you as soon as I can. And let's formulate a pattern, a plan, so that you can step by step increase your energies to become better than the rest. I wish you the best of the month of January, and I look forward to your contact. Your reading can be on WhatsApp, on Skype. It can be on Facebook Messenger, whether video or voice, up to you. So I look forward to your contact. Until then, have a good month. Thank you and goodbye.